Alright, here we are with another episode of Flip Through Friday. This time we're going to talk about Savage Worlds, the Deluxe Edition. And just for reference, I do have a character sheet printed. This is actually my character for Shintar. So you'll see, and I'll explain a little bit about these things like the attributes and the skills and how all that kind of is. But yeah, so this is the one that had won the vote the other day. So let's get started. So this is the Deluxe Explorers Edition. Like I said, this is actually my Game Master's book. And this is by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. The book is only $10, which you can see. I think it's on here. Yep, there it is. It's only $10, so it's not too bad. And yeah, so here's the chapter layouts. It talks about characters, gear, game rules, situational rules, powers, game mastering, and then you have a bestiary. Now, I'll admit it seems like there's quite a bit under rules in here, but this system is a really simple system. The system actually has a few different things about it that make it unique. The very first thing that's unique is the initiative. Initiative is done with a regular deck of cards. You can use special decks of cards, but just a regular, everyday deck of cards that you can usually pick up at a dollar store. And the way it works is you draw the card and go around the table, and that's how you determine initiative. And it actually, I think it might make things a little quicker because everyone can see their initiative. And after your turn, you just turn your card in and put it back on the pile. And there you go. So it's kind of nice. Or you put it on a discard pile, actually. And you leave the jokers in. The jokers make it so you can go whenever you want. You can jump in front of people's turns, stop them mid-turn, whatever you want to do. And you get a bonus to hit and things like that when you have a joker for that turn. So they talk a little bit about the different settings because Savage Worlds is pretty adaptable to all systems, or all settings, I mean. So you can see some of them right here. Weird War 2, Savage World of Solomon Kane, Rippers. So like I said, I'm playing in a Shintar game right now, and it's a lot of fun. So here it goes through the characters, and these are kind of the way you would create your character. So, you pick your race and traits, attributes. And attributes, for example, will go up by a die. So you get like 5 points for character creation. All 5 attributes start at D4. If you put a point into it, it goes up to D6. Put another point into it, it goes up to D8. Then D10 and D12. Okay? So you can also, based on different things, get bonuses to different things. You get a wild die, which is a D6. And if you roll your dice for any kind of a check, so say they tell you to make a spirit check, you'd roll whatever your die is for that and a D6. If any one of those is a max number, so like if you roll the wild die and get a D6, it explodes, which means you roll the D6 again and add that to the original. If that one's a D6 again, you're up to 12 and it explodes again. And this could go on forever if you keep rolling max die. So that's one of the cool things about this game that I actually really like, because even if you have a really weak character, you could still, in theory, do a lot of damage in a turn if you're rolling exceptionally well. Or even, your character's dumb, it's D4 for smarts, somehow you might figure something out because you kept rolling D4s. So there's a lot of different things about it that make it really cool. So the average DC, I'm not sure if it's called a DC in this, to be honest, but die check is a D4. There are others that are a little different, and Game Master can adjust them as they see fit. Going right now through a lot of the different character type classes, or not classes, what are they called? Edges. And the edges are basically kind of like feats. They're a little different, but they have requirements. Like for instance, this wizard requirements. Those are what you need to be a wizard. So or to have the wizard edge. And then there are weird edges, so that's kind of cool. There are wild card edges. They're just all sorts of different kind of things, but edges are like your abilities. So that's what's one of the things that's really cool. Now, the way experience works is, you can see it right here. I'll show you. You get, instead of points for a session, you get an award of 1, 2, or 3 based on your level of success. Now, every time you get one of these, nothing happens. But if you look at the rank table, you move up to different tiers. So when you get to, for this one, when you get to 20, you earn novice rank. When you get from 20 to 39, you're seasoned and all of that. Well, for every 5, you get new abilities. And you can either choose edges or, and it spells it out right there, but I'm not going to show it too much. But you can, every 5 points you get, or experience points you get to choose different things. Whether you want to raise an attribute, put it into your skills, choose a new edge. So that's kind of cool. Also, one of the things I haven't talked about is bennies. They're like action points. You start off with 3. Game Masters can adjust it as they see fit, but you start out with 3, and if you don't like a die roll, you can either re-roll it, or you can roll another die to add to it. So there's a few different things you can do with that. You can, it's just a few different things that you can do with that. Another thing that they offer is a deck of cards that gives you like an ability or things that can add to the game. So they're called action cards, and what they do is, for instance, I had one last time that was called like a flask of water or something like that. And if I took damage, I could play the card, and it would basically take all the damage away. And it's an immediate play. I didn't have to wait for my turn or anything like that. I play it when I take damage, and it would take away all my pain, I guess, or my damage that was dealt to me. In this game, if you don't take a skill, you don't have it. So for instance, if I didn't take fighting as one of my skills, which I have it right there, then I don't have it. And so if it comes up, all I get to roll is a wild die. So I just get the D6, and that's it. So that's how things are handled when you don't have them. You just roll the wild die. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to it because it's a very simple game. It's really rich too, depending on the setting you choose and things like that. I heard someone talking the other day online about people playing as knights and choosing the noble feat or the noble edge, and basically ruining the game because they could get out of almost any situation because of it. And on top of that, they were rich, so they had more money and more contacts, and basically it just got really ridiculous because they were also stacking their stuff and fighting and doing whatever they wanted, basically. So, something like that, if you're going to have people that are going to abuse stuff like that, then rule it out. Don't let them play with that in their game, or in your game. So if you think something's going to break your game or make it not very fun, then take it out. I mean, it's as simple as that. So almost done with the flip through. Not sure there's a whole lot I can say about this that I haven't already said. I will be playing the Shinetar game again tonight, so I will do a recap of that, most likely. And I still haven't... I sent my backstory to the Game Master this week, and he liked it. He did ask me one question about, because I didn't include it in my backstory, about how I got my weapon. So I gave him 2 options to choose for me, both of which I could play up just fine. So Yeah, I really am looking forward to it. Like I've said this before, but I think my Dragordian character, Zul Treshkar, is going to be a regular character in many future games for various systems for me. I'm really excited about playing him, and I can't remember the last time I was excited to play a character. So it's really cool, and the Game Master's been feeding into the way I like to play a little bit. So, oh, and if you use miniatures, they do have the templates here in the back, so you could photocopy these, put them on some clear transparencies, and you basically have a miniature thing that you can use for spell effects and things like that. So that's it for this Flip Through Friday. I hope you enjoyed it. If you play Savage Worlds, let me know your thoughts on it, and also feel free to share your stories and any game experience you have with it. I'm really curious, being new to this system. So here's their character sheet in the back of the book. So pretty cool. These are your levels at the bottom, so you knock them, you put a thing through for every 5. But yeah, very cool stuff. So anyways, I will actually, is that the levels? I think it is. I don't know. Anyways, that's it though. I hope you enjoyed this Flip Through Friday, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends who might play Savage Worlds, or anyone who might be interested in playing it in the future. I greatly appreciate you guys watching my videos and sharing it with all your friends. So have a great day. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye.